They do mention him in the movie Batman a couple times. I know that sounds like a spoiler, but really, to just let you know, it's nothing. It doesn't. It has nothing to do with the plot. It doesn't mean anything. It's just fun. So don't get but don't get all worked up over that. They do mention. They mention other pop culture stuff. So don't worry about that. I'm not gonna tell you what else to. But okay. So that in that case, it's obvious. I saw the Ninja Turtles movie, the Seth Rogen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem movie. That's just in the theaters. August 2nd. Obviously, it's not August 2nd. It's August 1st. So it's a Tuesday instead of a Wednesday. I just saw the movie. This movie is very different from the past incarnations from Michael Bay. The other animated Ninja Turtles movie in the 2000s, and also the original trilogy, 1, 2, and when they go to Japan. Very, very different. And when I mean different, way different, way different, way different. And so before I get into more of the stuff, this is a non-spoiler review. I think when I do a spoiler review on this movie, it's gonna be a Let's Talk Pop episode. That'll be 43. We're gonna talk spoilers about this movie and what we like. Now, before I get into more of this movie, please do me a favor, smash that like button down below. Also, 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 if you're new here, subscribe if you're into pop culture stuff. And I gotta get a bit of this banner because this has nothing to do with pop culture. My banner has to do with my other channel, which is sports. So let me change that. And share this out. Twitter, whatever social media platforms, Twitter, Threads, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you use. And so yeah, so let me get to my thoughts on this movie. So this movie is not a very long movie, like a lot of animated movies. Okay. So so there. So if this Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, who worked on this movie, they did not direct it, but they worked on the movie, right? They not direct it. They decided to do something a little different than the past past Ninja Turtle movies. As you know, Shredder is not the main villain here. They did not start off with Shredder as the main villain. That's obviously why it's called Mutant Mayhem. They decided to go with a different villain here. It's not spoilers, but they go with Superfly, a fly-like main villain. Isn't okay? And a bunch of other mutant-like characters besides the Turtles and Splinter. As you saw, there's Leatherhead, Bebop and Rocksteady, and others. Okay? So they decided to go in a different direction, which I like. Also, I'll say the origins of the Turtles and Splinter are vastly different, really, really different than we got up in the past incarnations, especially from the real trilogy. You're gonna be surprised how different, especially Splinter's origin is. Okay, you're gonna and this movie is about being afraid or being taught what humans think of them, right? Because they're mutants. They're mutant mayhem, right? They're mutants. They're animals, but they're monster-like animals, and what humans would think of them, right? It's very, very, you see this kind of trope in a lot of movies or a lot of different pop culture properties out there. It's an X-Men mutant kind of thing, metahumans. Uh, we just got a secret invasion of squalls. It's a very common trope where humans think of stuff that they don't understand. They automatically fear them. This is this movie's about. Okay, basically, I'm not gonna go into spoilers and how on the plot on why that is. I just give you a very basic idea, and then the spoiler review will go into more detail about that. Also, I really did like the turtles here. They acted like teenagers, very much like teenagers. Fun, crack jokes at each other. They were very teenage-like. I felt sometimes in the past in incarnations, even though they were teenage, they acted a little bit more like young adults. And here they acted more teenage-like. Okay. Splinter, I'll say, Splinter, Jackie Chan voice Splinter. He was different than the Splinters from the past. This Splinter is not always serious or always, biased and stuff. This Splinter is very, very different compared to the Splinters we're all used to. This Splinter is more fun, a more, protective of his of the Turtles. Like he's literally fun. He's more this okay. This movie is more comedic like, okay? This movie is meant to be fun and comedic like for young audience. This Turtles is clearly the most, I would say, the most kid friendly movie. Okay, as you know, the original trilogy was for kids too. Turtles originally was not meant for kids, the comics, but it became more kid friendly. The original trilogy was not meant for kids, right? It was meant for kids, but it was a little darker. It was darker than this. And Michael Bay was more action packed, but I still say it was a little kid friendly. But this movie is the most kid friendly movie of the Turtles in the theaters, in the movies. I did like it's a very fast paced movie, so keep your eyes open, keep your attention span. I mean, pay attention very fast. You'll recognize the voices for the characters. I'll tell you the Ninja Turtle voices, the young actors who voice Ninja Turtles. You'll never know who they are. They're not really well known, but they're young. But because they're more teenage like. But the other characters, as you know, like I said, Jackie Chan, the Splinter. But the other characters you'll recognize their voices. They also did say when when the trailers come out, they did say who's voicing who and who, and you'll recognize the voices of who's voicing these certain characters. Now, the animation is very good. It's solid. It's not like Spider-Verse, but it's still really good. The visuals are very good. I really did like this movie. It's fun. The kids liked it. And it's all that matters to me. I'm sorry, like if you're an adult and if you're an adult and a hardcore Ninja Turtles fans, some of you might be a little disappointed, but please have an open mind and realize that this is not really meant for for adults. It's really meant for kids. Okay? And it's just the jokes kind of are funny, but there are some really serious stuff in this film, that serious themes that they play upon, that they talk about or whatever, and you can understand why. Like I said, the whole human thing, whether they like us or hate us, it's very common. It's not a spoiler, but you've seen it in the past Ninja Turtle movies. They play that a little bit. Here they play it more. It's the way I'll say it's the way they learn ninja skills, how they become Ninja Turtles. It's funny. I just love how it's funny how they becoming masters of the martial arts, and how you'll laugh at it. You'll laugh at it if you're open mind. And I know there's gonna be some people. I know there's gonna be some people that are always don't really want their media. They don't want their stuff they love to be changed at all. Obviously, there's people that are just dead on. Certain characters, certain stuff should always be the same, no matter what. And I can see that with this. I can see them with this. I can see it right now. But in my opinion, it's a very fun movie. It's a very fun movie. Go see it. Go see it if you can. It's very short. You'll feel like you're in and out because it's a very good movie. It's not a boring movie. I give it a 4 out of 5. Stay for the credits. I'll let you know there's credits. There's mid-credit scenes. Very important mid-credit scene. Must stay. Stay for. But yeah, do me a favor. Go see it. And when I do episode 43, Let's Talk Pop, it's gonna be a spoiler review. And everybody's free to come in. It's gonna be a live stream. If you see it, be free to come and talk with me about it. Or if you want to stay in the chat, feel free to do that. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Mutant Mayhem, not spoiled, the Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg movie. And yeah, thank you guys. Like, share, subscribe, and comment below.